Hello guys and welcome back to another Taglium Telly video. Has been a good long while. I do apologise to the 3 or 4 people watching, and by that I mean sorry to my dad and Lewis and Charlotte, because they're probably the only people watching anyway. But if there's anyone else watching, apologies too. It's been this long and we will just get rid of that. We don't need to focus on that. Movies of the week. Well, in this video it will be movie of the week, and that is Fancy Dance. This film stars Lily Gladstone, and you probably know her from her Oscar-nominated performance in Killers of the Flower Moon. Yeah, she's very up and coming, and I do say up and coming even though she's Oscar nominated, because you know, Killers of the Flower Moon really put her on the map, and before she was doing a lot of indie films, and she still is. And this is a really interesting film. It's not for everyone. A lot of my films aren't for everyone. This is what we call a very stereotypical sort of indie film. It's not full of action and special effects and fast-paced storytelling. It is a slow burner. You do need to be patient with it, but it is a really, really good story. And yeah, I thought I'd recommend it. It's on Apple TV, and I must admit, Apple TV are banging it out, dude. Like, they've got Silo at the moment, which is a fantastic TV show, which I plan on talking about in another video as soon as I'm able to. Particularly, this film is about a missing person case, but the twist is that it's basically about Native Americans. So they are basically on a Native American reservation, which is basically like a legal bit of land where natives and their families can live independently without kind of having any business on the outside. They can practice their cultures and their faiths without any interference. And basically Lily Gladstone's sister goes missing, and it's just about her basically trying to find her sister. And she has a niece who she's taking care of, and they're kind of very close. They're working together, and she's a really, really good actress too. And I believe this is her first feature film, so props to her. She's done really, really well. And yeah, it's just, I recommended it because it was a really, really interesting insight into modern day Native Americans and kind of what they have to go through, what they have to experience, and they speak their native language. And I know there's hundreds of different types, so they speak their own version of it, and that's really, really cool to actually hear on screen. It was really cool when Assassin's Creed done it, and it's still really cool now. I love that type of thing. And then you kind of see other things, like some spiritual beliefs and traditions, and yeah, it's really, really interesting. I really, really like the performances. I mean, with Lily Gladstone, you're always going to get an extremely good performance. She goes missing, but she has a history of going missing and running off. So basically the native kind of state troopers and the FBI, it's very, very hard to get a case, because I guess they just assume it's just another stunt and that she'll probably return at some point. And yeah, so basically Lily Gladstone's character basically kind of becomes a bit of a vigilante and takes things into her own hands, whilst simultaneously having to balance out looking after her niece. The camera work and the grading is really, really interesting. It's really, really good. It's got a very raw grounded feel in terms of the movements. The camera doesn't move a lot. It doesn't have a lot of pace in it. It doesn't have a lot of drama in it. It feels very grounded and almost a bit documentary like, which kind of adds to that. It adds to that raw, realistic feel. The grade is very, very raw and authentic to just like what they shot is what they presented kind of deal. You know, we have it in certain films, you know, like David Fincher films, where it's like it's very blue, it's very yellow. You don't really get that here. You get what you get. Like the outside looks like that. That's what it looks like, and that kind of makes it feel more like realistic instead of more over dramatized. And that was cool. And then like the indoor scenes, like it's a lot more like green, yellow, blue, and that kind of represents the mindset, the situation that they're in. So it's used sparingly, but it's really, really cool. And yeah, basically it's a short video. I thought I'd just be quick. I always shoot from the hip, so I didn't script this video. I basically just spoke, as you can tell. And yeah, it's on Apple TV. Give it a watch. Anyway, guys, it's good to see you again. Take care and peace.